What's the saddest meal I've ever eaten? I was 10 years old when my older sister, Melissa, disappeared on a quiet Thursday in October. She was 14. She left for school that morning like she always did and never came back. That first night, my parents didn't sleep. Mom called every one of Melissa's friends. Dad drove around the neighborhood until well after midnight, headlights sweeping empty sidewalks. By the next morning, police cars were parked outside our house. For the first week, our kitchen was never quiet. Neighbors dropped off casseroles. Relatives brought sandwiches. Officers drank coffee at our table while asking the same questions again and again. Had Melissa been upset? Was she meeting someone? Did she take money with her? Mom answered everything while staring past them. Dad paced nonstop, checking his phone every few minutes like it might suddenly ring with the right answer. After 2 weeks, the food stopped coming. The visits from police got shorter. Mom stopped cooking entirely. She'd sit at the table, staring at the school schedule still stuck to the fridge with a silly magnet shaped like a slice of pizza. Dad came home from work and heated whatever he could find, which was usually nothing. One night around 9 p.m., my stomach started hurting from hunger. Mom was on the couch watching the news without really watching it. Dad was in his office calling people who didn't have answers. I went to the kitchen and opened the fridge. There wasn't much inside: expired milk, a jar of pickles, and one slice of cold pizza left over from a few days earlier when Dad had ordered food and nobody touched it. I grabbed the pizza and a half-empty soda sitting on the counter. Instead of eating downstairs, I went up to Melissa's room. Her door was still open. Her bed was unmade from the morning she left. Her backpack was gone, but her favorite purple hoodie wasn't on the chair where she always left it. That was the first time I noticed it was missing. I sat on the floor, cross-legged, surrounded by her stuff, posters on the wall. Homework on her desk she never turned in, shoes lined up neatly by the closet. Everything looked normal except she wasn't there. I took a bite of the pizza. It was cold and stiff. The cheese was rubbery, the sauce tasted wrong. But I ate it slowly anyway, pretending she was just downstairs or in the bathroom, about to come tell me to get out of her room. I kept waiting to hear her footsteps, her voice, anything. The pizza took me nearly 20 minutes to finish. Each bite felt heavier than the last. The soda was flat and warm, but I drank it because sitting there doing nothing felt worse. When I finished, I stayed on the floor for a long time. Nobody came looking for me. Nobody called my name. The house was silent except for cars passing outside, normal cars full of people going somewhere. I wondered if Melissa was in one of them, trying to find her way home. After that night, I couldn't eat pizza anymore. Even the smell made my stomach turn. When my school had pizza days, I found excuses. When Dad suggested ordering it for dinner, I asked for anything else. My parents never questioned it. They had their own things they couldn't face anymore. 3 months later, police told us they were scaling back the search. They said the case would stay open, but resources had to go elsewhere. Mom cried for 2 days straight. Dad punched a hole in the garage wall. I went back to Melissa's room and sat in the same spot on the floor. Her purple hoodie was never found, not at school, not at a friend's house, not anywhere the police checked. We moved 6 months later. Mom said she couldn't stay surrounded by memories. Dad said we needed a fresh start. I never told them the real reason I hated that house. Every time I passed the kitchen, I remembered sitting on my sister's floor eating cold pizza, pretending everything was normal, when nothing ever was again.